Hello everyone. Our next lesson is finding the equation of a line. There are different ways in finding the equation of the line. Depende po yun sa given. First is, how are we going to find the equation of a line if the given are slope and y-intercept? Our first example is what is the equation of a line with m is 2 and b is negative 3. Our m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So since the given are slope and y-intercept, we will be using the slope-intercept form. So let us now substitute the values of m and b. So our equation will become y is equal to 2x minus 3, and we need to write it in standard form. Remember that the standard form is ax plus by is equal to c. So let us first write the equal sign. The first term must be the ax, and our ax from y is equal to 2x minus 3 is 2x. So from the right side, we will transpose it on the left side. So we will change the sign. Then next is the by, which is the y. So we will now write plus y, and on the other side, the value of c, which is negative 3. Since our leading coefficient is negative, take note that in standard form, the leading coefficient is always positive. And to make it positive, we will multiply each term by negative 1. So that will now become negative 1 times negative 2x is positive 2x, and negative 1 times y is negative y, and negative 1 times negative 3 is positive 3. So that is now our standard form. Next example is what is the equation of a line with a slope equal to negative 3 halves and the y-intercept is positive 5. So ganin din po, we will be using the slope-intercept form. So we will replace m by negative 3 halves and b by 5. So in this case po, meron tayong fraction. So para matanggal natin yung fraction, we will multiply each term by the denominator of that fraction. So using distributive property, 2 times y is 2y, and negative 3 halves x times 2, and then multiply also 5 by 2. So that is 10. And then 2 times negative 3 halves x, we will cancel out 2. So the remaining terms now are 2y is equal to negative 3x plus 10. So we will write this again in standard form. The equal sign first. Ililipat po natin si negative 3x. So we will change the sign to positive 3x. And 2y is positive 2y. Hindi po natin binago ang sign kasi nasa kaliwa na siya ni equal sign. And our constant term is 10. So we will not change also the sign kasi nasa kanan na po siya. So this is now our standard form given the slope negative 3 halves and the y-intercept positive 5. Another is, what is the equation of a line given 2 points? Our example is, what is the equation of a line that passes through 2, 5 and negative 3, 2? So since the given are 2 points, we will be using the 2-point form. So here, we need to determine first the values of y sub 1, y sub 2, x sub 1, and x sub 2. So we will let point 1, the 2, 5. So we have the values of x sub 1 equal to 2 and y sub 1 equal to 5. Our point 2 is negative 3, 2. So our x sub 2 is negative 3 and y sub 2 is positive 2. So we will now substitute the values from the formula above. So we have y minus 5 is equal to 2 minus 5 all over negative 3 minus 2 times x minus 2. Let us first simplify the fraction. 2 minus 5 is equal to negative 3, and negative 3 minus 2 is equal to negative 5. So to be able to eliminate the fraction, we need to multiply each term by negative 5. So using the distributive property, you have negative 5y plus negative 5 times negative 5 is positive 25. And then on the right side of the equal sign, we already canceled out negative 5. So the remaining terms are negative 3 times quantity x minus 2. Let us simplify that by distributive property. So that is negative 5y plus 25 equal to negative 3x plus 6. So let us now write this in standard form. So para hindi po tayo nahihirapan, we have to write first the equal sign. We need to change the sign kung ililipat natin ang isang term on the other side of the equal sign. So the first term is negative 3x. Ililipat natin siya on the left side. So that will become positive 3x. And the next term is the by term, which is negative 5y, which is already on the left side. So hindi na po natin siya babaguhin ang sign. So that is minus 5y. And the constant term should be on the right side. So we have positive 25, transpose it on the right side. So that will become negative 25. And the positive 6 is already from the right side, so we don't need to change the sign. By combining similar terms, we have 3x minus 5y is equal to negative 18, which is now our standard form. Our next example is what is the equation of a line that passes through 2, 5 and negative 2, negative 3. So we will still be using the 2-point form. So tingnan mo po muna natin kung ano yung mga values ng y sub 1, y sub 2, x sub 1, and x sub 2. So our first point is 2, 5. So ang magiging x sub 1 po natin ay 2 and the y sub 1 is 5. Ang point 2 is negative 2, negative 3. So, ang magiging x sub 2 po natin is negative 2 and the y sub 2 is negative 3. So, isa-substitute na po natin ang mga values dun sa formula. So, we have y minus 5 is equal to negative 3 minus 5 all over negative 2 minus 2 times quantity x minus 2. Isi-simplify po natin yung fraction, negative 3 minus 5. That will become negative 8 in the denominator. Negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4. And negative 8 over negative 4 is equal to positive 2. So let us now distribute that 2 to x minus 2. So we have y minus 5 is equal to 2x minus 4. So let us now arrange this term in standard form. Si 2x po ay nasa kanan. It should be on the left side. So ita-transpose po natin. So we will change the sign. Tapos si y naman po ay nasa left na. So we will just copy that y. Hindi po natin binabago ang sign kung hindi po natin tinatranspose ang terms. And the constant terms are negative 5 from the left side will become positive 5. Si negative 4 naman po ay still negative 4 kasi nasa right side na siya. By combining similar terms, we have negative 2x plus y is equal to 1. Since our leading coefficient again is negative, we will multiply each term by negative 1. And that is positive 2x minus y is equal to negative 1, which is now our standard form. Another is, how do we find the equation of a line given the slope and a point? So our example for that is, what is the equation of a line that passes through 5, negative 3 and whose slope is negative 1? So in this case, we will be using the point slope form. So tingnan muna natin kung ano yung value ng ating x sub 1 and y sub 1. So from the given point, 5, negative 3, yung x sub 1 natin is 5 and the y sub 1 is negative 3. And of course, we have the value of m, which is negative 1, that is from the given. So let us now substitute from the formula. We have y minus negative 3 is equal to m, which is negative 1 times quantity x minus 5. Let us simplify each term. We have y plus 3 is equal to negative x plus 5. That is negative x plus 5 because we distributed negative 1. So let us now arrange the terms in standard form. So equal sign po muna. Negative x is the first term. And since nasa kanan siya, we will transpose it on the left side. Kaya nabago po ang sign niya. And then, plus y, the constant terms are positive 3 will become negative 3 because we transpose it. And then, the positive 5 is still positive 5. And by combining similar terms, we have x plus y is equal to positive 2, which is now our standard form. Next example is, what is the equation of a line that passes through negative 2, comma negative 1 and the slope is 2/3? So we will still be using the point slope form. So let us first determine the values of x sub 1 and y sub 1. So from point negative 2, negative 1, your x sub 1 is negative 2 and your y sub 1 is negative 1. And the slope is 2/3. Let us now substitute from the form above. Y minus negative 1 is equal to 2/3, which is the m times quantity x minus the x of 1 is negative 2. Let us now simplify. Y minus negative 1 is y plus 1 is equal to 2/3 times quantity x minus negative 2 is x plus 2. To be able to remove the denominator 3, we will multiply each term by 3. Using the distributive property, you have 3 times y is 3y, 3 times 1 is 3, and then on the other side, we already cancelled out 3, so the remaining terms are 2 times quantity x plus 2. So let us first simplify that by distributive property also. So we have 3y plus 3 is equal to 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times 2 is equal to 4. And then by writing in standard form, let us have the equal sign first. Let's transpose 2x on the other side, and that will become negative 2x. And the y term is plus 3y, and then on the right side of the equal sign are the constant terms. So we have negative 3 plus 4. So negative 2x plus 3y is equal to positive 1 because negative 3 plus 4 is equal to 1. And since our answer has a leading coefficient negative 2, we need to make it positive because in standard form, the leading coefficient must be positive. So let's multiply each term by negative 1. Using the distributive property, we have positive 2x minus 3y is equal to negative 1, which is now the standard form. Next is how to find the equation of a line given the x and the y intercept. Our example for that is, you're asked to find the equation of a line given the x-intercept negative 3 and the y-intercept positive 4. So we will be using this form to find the equation. Y is equal to negative b over ax plus b. This is the intercept form. Let us first determine the values of a and b. A is equal to negative 3, which is the x-intercept, and b is positive 4, which is the y-intercept. Let us now substitute. So y is equal to negative 4 over negative 3x plus 4. Let us first eliminate the fraction by multiplying both sides by negative 3. Negative 3 times y is equal to negative 3y is equal to, on the other side of the equal sign, we will now cancel out negative 3. So you have negative 4x, and then negative 3 plus times positive 4 is negative 12. So let us now arrange the terms in standard form. So the equal sign, we will transpose negative 4x on the left side. So we will change the sign. The term y is already on the left side, so we will just simply copy it. And the constant term is negative 12. So this is now the standard form of the equation given the x-intercept -3 and the y-intercept +4. Next example is the x and the y-intercepts of the line are -2 and -5 respectively. You are asked to find the equation. We will still be using the intercept form. So let us first determine the values of a and b. Your a is -2 because that is the x-intercept. Your b is -5 because that is the y-intercept. So let us now substitute. Y is equal to -5 over -2x plus 4. Let us multiply both sides by -2. So that is -2y is equal to positive 5x minus 8. So where did you get the positive 5x? Negative times -5 is positive 5x, and -8 is from -2 times positive 4. So that is -8. So we need to arrange this in standard form. So here is the equal sign, transpose 5x, and that will become -5x. Copy the y term, and the constant term is -8. Since our leading coefficient is negative, we need to multiply both sides again by -1. So that will become 5x plus 2y is equal to positive 8, which is now the standard form of the line or the equation given the x-intercept and the y-intercept. Next is, how do we find the equation of a line given the graph? Our example for that is this graph. How are we going to determine the equation or find the equation? So first, we need to find the 2 points of the graph. So we have 0, 2 and 2, -3. Since the given are 2 points, we will be using the 2-point form. So let us have the values of x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, and y sub 2. Since our first point is 0, 2, our x sub 1 is 0 and y sub 1 is 2. And our second point is 2, -3. Our x sub 2 is 2 and our y sub 2 is -3. So let's now substitute. 1y minus 2 is equal to -3 minus 2 all over 2 minus 0 times quantity x minus 0. Let us now simplify. That is y minus 2 is equal to -5 over 2x. So let us now multiply each term by 2. So you have 2 times y is 2y, minus 2 times 2 is 4, -2 is 4, equal to -5 halves x times 2 is -5x. Let's now arrange this in standard form. Transpose -5x, that will become positive 5x plus 2y is equal to 4, which is now the standard form. So yun po, that is how to find the equation of the line. I hope you understand our lesson. Thank you for listening. Bye everyone.